Hi, and thanks for joining us for another edition of Coshocton County Sports.com's Sports Zone Sports Show. Today we'll be talking sectional tournament draws with our three area volleyball coaches, as well as taking a look ahead to the district cross-country meet with Riverview cross-country coach Mike Gray. But before we get to our interviews this week, we want to let you know what happened in the week that was Coshocton County sports. In high school football action, Coshocton and Ridgewood both had resounding victories. The Redskins beat Maysville 61-33. Generals topped Strasburg 51-14. Also in area sports, the Riverview Black Bears fell. Very tough game at the hands of the Claymont Mustangs by a final score of 21-14. Coshocton's next game coming up will be at Claymont. Game time is set for 7:30. You can catch all the action right here on CoshoctonCountySports.com starting at 7:10. Ridgewood Generals play a Saturday game against Tuskegee Central Catholic. That's a 1:30 start. And also coming up this week, Riverview takes on Philo. I want to also mention the Coshocton boys soccer team. They have now gone 12 straight games without a loss after a 5-1 win against West Muskingum on Saturday. We'll have their final two home games of the season here for you on CoshoctonCountySports.com. That's Tuesday as they take on the rival Riverview Black Bears. 4:30 airtime for that game that starts at 5 at Kids America. And then we'll be on the air 10 minutes before game time Thursday when the Redskins take on the Dover Tornadoes at KA. Stay tuned. Again, our area volleyball coaches and Riverview cross-country coach Mike Gray coming up on the CoshoctonCountySports.com Sports Zone Sports Show. Hi, and welcome back to CoshoctonCountySports.com's Sports Zone Sports Show. Today we're talking to our area volleyball coaches, previewing the upcoming sectional tournament. And we have with us now two of the Division II, actually the only two Division II volleyball coaches in our area, Carrie Bamer from Riverview and Jen West from Coshocton. Jen, we'll start with you first. You guys are seated 8th in this upcoming sectional tournament. Give us a little bit of an idea of how the season has gone for you guys. I know you've been seated higher than this in sectional tournaments in past years. So is it fair to say it's been a little bit more of a bumpy road for your team this year?
Yeah, I would say so. We kind of had a lot of ups and downs. We play pretty good for a couple games and kind of tail off there at the end. So we're having a hard time stringing some wins together, but we're hoping to turn that around in the tournament.
Now, on the flip side, we have the reigning ECOL champion, Riverview Black Bears. And Carrie, what really, went into getting this ECOL championship? And you guys, I've seen from the schedule, you guys play some incredible talent throughout the year. How has the season been going for you?
The season's gone well. We've had a couple disappointing losses, and our 2 losses to Claymont were disappointing for us. But like you said, we played some stellar competition. Out of our 6 losses, 3 of them are to state-ranked teams, and you can't ask for better competition during the season.
Claymont, the #1 seed in the upcoming sectional that, Jen, you guys might see if you're lucky enough to make it to the sectional final, but first you have to worry about a matchup against the #6 team, New Philadelphia. A lot of the teams in the sectional are ECOL schools. We mentioned Claymont and New Philadelphia right there. Does that give you guys an edge coming into the sectional final to know what you're going to be seeing on the court?
It helps a little bit, but our sectional is probably one of the toughest in the state, and on any given night, especially in our league, anybody can win. So it could be a toss-up for this tournament.
What's the expectation then coming out against the Quakers?
They've beat us twice this season, so as you know, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. So we're hoping to beat the Quakers and move on to Dover. We actually played Dover again on Tuesday, and we beat them the first time. So, like I said, it's anybody's game.
So that could be a good measuring stick for how the sectional tournament may go. We hope that we wish you luck in that match.
Thank you.
And then coming up for Riverview, first match is going to be against Philo. Have you had a chance to see the Electrics at all this year, Coach?
Not this season. We play most of the time on the same nights, and so you're never going to see a team like that until you get into the sectional tournament. We've played Philo in the past. A lot of times you can tell how a program's going to be from what you've seen in the past. So we'll still have to have our A game, irregardless of records. Come tournament time, everybody's 0-0, and you got to play your hardest.
On the flip side of things, you're not going to be playing a whole lot of ECOL teams on the road to a sectional final, maybe even onto the district. Does that make it kind of harder for your girls because you don't know what to expect?
No, you know what? I'm actually kind of a little bit on the relief side because, like Jen said, our league has been pretty tough, and some of those teams, Dover and Philly and Coshocton, has taken us to 4 games this season, and so to play somebody new and to see a fresh face on the other side, I think is a little bit of a relief for our girls. And I think that our girls are up for the challenge, and it doesn't matter who's on the other side. We just got to take care of our business.
Taking a look at the bracket here, we've got Coshocton playing the first game of the 2 schools, Coshocton and Riverview. That will be October 20th against the #6 seed New Philadelphia. The Black Bears will take on the 11 seed Philo on October
the 21st. Now, Jen, I want to go to you. We haven't had a chance a whole lot to get to know some of the players on your team. If Coshocton is to succeed against New Philadelphia, Dover, make a run at the sectional final, and maybe even a district final, who are the girls that are going to need to step up for the Redskins?
Probably our power middle hitters, which would be Allie Bates and Rachel Zamamra. Those are our two kids, so they're going to have to play their A game. And then my outside hitters are kind of young, so I just really need them to just keep their heads in the game and stay focused. And hopefully they'll just add on to what Allie and Rachel can do.
Carrie, same question. You guys obviously have a lot of talent as the number 2 seed in this sectional. Who are the girls that need to step up if the Black Bears want to continue their success?
Well, you know what? I mean, we have a girl that needs to be on that night too. Olivia Neese has been our go-to girl this season, but as a senior, my setter, Kayla Landaker, has got to be right there in that role of the leader, keeping everybody together, making sure we're focused. And then we've got 2 young sophomores that have played on the outside and right side for us, and they're going to be a key blocking, I think, through our tournament run. Defensively, Savannah Treasure's been stellar this season, and she's got to continue that. And in our middle, Kaylee Conkling and also Lauren Hampton have got to be strong, because when we've run the middle of this season, teams have had trouble because they know where we're going to put the ball outside to Livy. So we've put a lot of pressure on them to be successful in the middle.
Now, Carrie, I want to come back to you for this next question. You guys have, now another week, basically, of the regular season until the sectional tournament starts. Is that a bit of an advantage as a head coach? Because now you know that you've got another week left. It's almost like an ultimatum sort of point for your team that you've got to work through that checklist and fix things that need to be fixed in the next couple of days?
Yeah, I think so. We right now have lost our last 2 matches, so we've got a lot of things we've got to work on and get better at, and that's what happens with a young team. You're going to have your ups and downs, but going into the tournament run, you've got to have your A game. And I think, the 2 teams we've got left is Philly and Cambridge. And, to finish out the season and on a strong note heading into tournaments is very important.
And then, Jen, you guys, you mentioned that you've got Dover coming up this week, a potential matchup if you beat New Philadelphia in your first match in the sectional. How important is it for your team to come out and have a strong showing in these final few games?
Well, this week is very important for us. We play a very tough schedule this week. We have Dover, then Meadowbrook, and then we play 2 state-ranked teams on Saturday in Tuskegee Central Catholic.
You leave the best for last.
And Tuskegee Valley. So, I just really want my kids to keep getting gradually better, and then hopefully after playing such a strong week, we'll turn it around in the tournament.
Okay, one more question. I'm going to put you 2 on the spot a little bit. Looking down the sectional, you will not see each other, if you're lucky enough, until the district final. Is that a relief, or is that kind of upsetting that you're not going to get a chance to take on the rival team in the tournament? We'll start with you, Jen.
Actually, it is a relief because when we play each other, it's a very emotional game, and it's a lot of fun, and it's good for our community. So the further or the deeper we get in the tournament, the more exciting it will be when we do face each other. And
Carrie.
we would face each other in the district championship.
Carrie, you agree with that?
I totally agree. And just looking at it, it's a relief that I won't see her until then. And because it's an emotional match. Both times we played this season, it went 4, and they were 4 close games. They're out all skill when we play Coshocton. It's totally emotional.
All right, well, we wish you both the luck in the sectional tournament again. The Redskins will be taking on the New Philadelphia Quakers. Riverview has Philo. We wish you both luck again. Riverview head coach Carrie Bamer, Coshocton head coach Jen West, right here on the CoshoctonCountySports.com Sports Zone Sports Show.